and then Catherine.
Okay, I've explained the rules of the game. Understand, we're not going to be reviewing every single thing that's going to be on the final, okay? So this is going to be a big chunk of it. I'm going to send you out an email with chapter questions that I'm removing, terms that I'm removing, articles that I'm removing. I'm going to do my best to do this by, say, Saturday, Sunday, so you've got almost 4 or 5 days basically to address the exam. But I'm going to be working on about 6 of these things, and y'all are actually one of the last 2. But for our purposes, if you know these things, this is a beginning, but understand it's not everything. It's not everything. So, with this in mind, we've got, understand on this, when the questions go black, you don't go back, okay? So the yellow ones are the ones that you can pick on this. Go ahead and click black 1 since that's already been opened. First hand I see, indirect and direct elections. Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah. Indirect elections would be like the parliamentary system where you're voting for the party, and essentially the party ends up picking who fills the seats. And direct elections are what you basically have here in America, where when you go to the poll, you know who you're voting for. You're voting for a specific person. Like if we had an election and I went to go vote for the governor and I wanted to vote for O'Malley, I know that I'm voting for O'Malley specifically. I'm directly electing him, not his political. I'm not voting for his party, in which then his party would fill the seats of like who should fill.
Well, that's a really long answer for a 1-pointer. Sheriff's group. Sheriff's group, yeah. Understand, indirect election, go ahead, click it if you would. Indirect election, system where voters vote for the party and then the party selects the parliament and the executive. Did you give me an example of that kind of a system?
That was the first one.
Parliamentary system, yeah. And then direct election, voters vote directly for the executive and legislature parliament they want in office, so you're actually voting specifically for the person, and you did say like it was here. Go ahead, touch the house, pick me a category, go. Sheriff's group.
What do you have?
Judiciary for how many?
3.
Judiciary for 3. List all you can. Go ahead, click it. Husband and wife. First hand I see will get it next, but you've got it now.
The husband and wife, what I believe, what happened was there was a domestic.
Anybody can jump in on this. You'll have it next, but you guys have it now.
Domestic dispute issue. The police came and the husband did not want them to search the house, but the wife consented.
Let me stop there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there was a domestic dispute in the fine state of. I'll come back to it, but there was a domestic dispute. The woman called, the wife called the police came, and when the police came there, the husband, or pardon me, the wife wanted to grant them access to the home to search, yes? What did she say they would find? Drugs. 1, 2, 3. The husband did not want them to search. What did the police do? 5.
They searched.
4. They did search. 1, 2, 3. And what did they find?
Drugs.
They did find the drugs. 1, 2, 3. What's the lawsuit about?
Whether or not it was legal for them to search the house.
What did the husband say? What was his
He
beef?
said no.
A man, it's his castle, and he didn't want to be searched. And I believe the Supreme Court basically, I don't know.
A man's home is his castle.
Yeah.
Well, wait, what was his argument? 5.
He didn't agree to it, but his wife did, so he had to.
And why was this even relevant? 4.
They had to have his consent because he's.
Or what else could they have had? 3.
Warrant.
They didn't have a search warrant. 1, 2, 3. So since they didn't have a search warrant and he said no, his argument was, you're stepping on my rights. And if this is an illegal search, then what do they not now have? They're going to lose all the evidence. 1, 2, 3. Tell me more. How did the court rule? 5.
The court says they
4.
can use the drugs as evidence because he didn't consent and their home, like a man's home is his castle.
Yeah, one of the opinions, 1, 2, 3, the majority opinion did say absolutely this was illegal. They also, one of the other opinions said a man's home is his castle, so they were actually kind of suggesting that historically the man's rights would win, but that wasn't the majority opinion of the case. What was unique about this case from Mikey's perspective? This was the only time the entire semester that Mikey did what? 5. 4. This was just on Tuesday.
Argued against the woman's rights.
It's the first time we argued against women's rights. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. Go.
I have so many more details.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Executive for 4?
Executive for 4. Oh, we've got a who's drawing for me.
Is this scoring correct?
Yes, it is. It will change very quickly. I need somebody to come up and draw.
Somebody, Grayson, no.
Could you push the up arrow button on there? And you can stand and walk around. Yeah, I don't want you to get comfortable. I need somebody to draw. 5.
Oh, yes, stop.
I don't want to.
Okay. That is what I need you to draw.
Yeah.
Can anyone answer?
After 1 minute is over, starting now. So you can yell out as many things as you want without any points happening.
Tunnel.
Oh, that looks really bad.
Sound effects? Oh my God.
Is it a tornado?
40 seconds.
Okay, guys.
This is from the executive chapter.
Oh, is this about the president can?
But what's he drawing?
He's drawing a natural disaster, right? Or,
Is it about the amendment, the Bush's amendment?
20 seconds.
catastrophic natural disaster.
What's he drawing? You're so close.
Tornado. Hurricane.
Hurricane. Yeah, he's drawing a hurricane. And yeah, this is dealing. Yeah, I know. That was the worst hurricane noise I've ever heard in my life.
I just made
1, 2, 3, 4. If you'll lower the screen again. What is this talking about? And what is the name of this presidential order? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First hand I see. Go ahead.
About Hurricane Katrina, and President Bush wasn't actually helping.
Did we talk about Hurricane Katrina? Did we talk about Hurricane Katrina? Did we talk about Hurricane Katrina? -4. First hand I see, and there's only 2 groups left. Go ahead, Tiffany's group. National. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. -4. Did y'all hear it?
There was a lot of that.
Nobody else heard it. No group got it. What is this? We've got national. If you don't raise your hand, I can't take away points, but there's a lot of points to be had on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First hand I see. First hand I see. I haven't asked the question. First hand I see. What is National Security Presidential Directive 51? Go ahead.
It says that in the case of like a catastrophic disaster, the president can suspend future elections.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he can suspend the Constitution.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
5.
He can even
4.
start nuclear war on his enemies.
1, 2, 3, 4. Anything else? 5, 4,
Some
3.
people felt that this may be a coup or like by Cheney and Bush.
Why?
To seize control because they could suspend future elections and the Constitution.
Okay, I've heard that before, but why? 2, 1, go Mo.
To ensure the continuity of government.
To ensure the continuity of government, National Security Presidential Directive 51 was designed to ensure the continuity of future government in the event that there was a natural disaster or something catastrophic that occurred. They mentioned the weather types of things. They mentioned the idea of suspending elections, suspending the Constitution. What else was in this, or what else about it was problematic? Your group's got it. 5. Anybody in the group? 4. You got it next. 3, 2, 1, go. Lipstick.
There was no congressional oversight.
There was no, was it just oversight?
Congress had no power. It had no involvement whatsoever.
Congress had no involvement whatsoever. This was something that was done unilaterally by the executive branch. What else can you tell me about this? Your group's got it. Anybody can say. 5, 4, 3.
It could be used not just in natural disasters, but also in the event of a terrorist attack or a pandemic like bird flu.
Terrorist attack. 1, 2, 3. Pandemic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, keep going. 5.
one of the major problems with it is that it didn't specifically explain what the exact authorities were. It provided enormous, broad, and undefined
It really
powers.
didn't, and in fact, it didn't explain exactly how you would take these powers back once it was over. Anything else? So there was something very alarming. 3, 2,
Did someone going to say that the suspension? We already said the suspension of the Constitution.
we did.
Okay.
1. Who's got it next, Faye? Go ahead. Yeah, they've already had it twice now. Go ahead. -4. That's already been said. The other thing is that there were 2 mysterious clauses that were not even disclosed. 2 mystery clauses that were not disclosed, again dealing with continuity of government. And again, you're right, Congress didn't have any say in passing it, and Congress could actually, when they dissolved the Constitution, could actually be abolished or basically dissolved itself. Go ahead, click it. Who gave me? You gave me the last correct answer. Lipstick, pick me a category.
Can we see the board?
Yes, go ahead, touch the house, Faye, I'm sorry. And actually, go back, yeah, you, that's all, go ahead. Need a category, gotta go.
Okay, political culture for 2.
Political culture for 2. List all you can, click it, Faye. The Aussie Bible, you have it, you'll have it next, go.
It was a quite controversial new translation of the Bible published in Australia that used slang that was supposed to appeal to the common Australian man.
Yeah, it was Australian slang. What was the stated purpose of the book?
To make the Bible accessible for a population that would never otherwise encounter it.
Absolutely, and how was it actually interpreted?
It was highly controversial. Some people saw it as blasphemous.
Some people thought it was a horrible joke, blasphemy, making fun of the book, this kind of a thing. Can you give me any other information?
It sold more than 100,000 copies.
Yeah, this is actually a bestseller in Australia, evidently in a country that does not read much. The other piece to this, can you give me any...
Can I give you the first line?
I was going to say, can you give me some
Genesis
examples?
1:1, in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, it said, bingo, there is light.
Bingo, there is light, and it was. God knocked up the whole bang lot, and bingo, there was light. Anything else you can tell me? Examples of phrases from this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Dustin, I saw your hand.
They refer to Eve as a Sheila.
Sheila, yes. Anything else? 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, Natalia's group.
In Genesis 37, they quoted Joseph's father, Jacob tears his clothes in pieces, but in Richard's version, he cries out, he's been killed. Maybe a dingo got my boy.
Maybe the dingo got my boy. Yeah. -6 for total. Anything else? 5, 4, 3, 2. Gotta go. 1.
He also mentioned that
3.
in Psalm 23,
2.
I figure God is a station ranch owner, and I'm just one of the sheep.
I'm just one of the sheep, as opposed to saying,
He musters me down in the Lucerne flats and
feeds me there all week, as opposed to saying, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Go ahead, touch the house. Pick me a category. Tomas's group is in last place, but it's close.
Constitution for 5.
Constitution for 5.
Oh.
Uh-oh, this must be a serious one. Pictionary, who's going to draw for your group? If you'll raise the screen. Okay, that's what I need you to draw. Got it? Okay, 1 minute, starting on the 9. Faye, could you hit that light switch too? Oh my God. You guys have it. You can guess anything. 45 seconds.
manhole.
That's a good guess, but it's...
Sarah Palin hanging?
Oh no. What's he drawing?
Sarah Palin being hung by the noose.
The noose! Yes, it's the noose!
Very good.
Thank you. It is the noose. If you'll hit the light switch and if you'll lower the screen again. Tomas's group is now in 3rd place with 1 point. Tell me the story about the Sarah Palin mannequin. You'll have it next, but you have it now.
So for like a Halloween prank, these 2 dudes in Cali decided to put a Sarah Palin mannequin hanging from their house by a noose.
Okay?
Evidently, of course, her.
Who else did they disparage?
John McCain.
And what they do with him?
They placed him in the chimney with fires.
Placed him in a chimney on fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have this Palin mannequin. She's got the wig on. She's got the pearls. You know it's her. Hanging from the porch. You've got John McCain with his arms up on fire, or at least appearing to be on fire, with this mask on, coming out of the chimney. What was the issue?